Hey guys, Sean here for the next in our Puppy Basics series. Today we're going to be working on the stay command. It's an essential for all dogs, so stay tuned. Today we're working on stay with little Bella. I'm going to break it down into 4 steps. Remember, step 1 is always focus. Focus first. You need to have the dog's attention before you give them any command. Step 2 is put them in a sit or down position. We've already done these with Bella, so she should know them. So we're progressing a little bit in her skills, but those 2 positions are more difficult for the dog to kind of move and follow you when you're trying to attempt to stay. So I don't tend to do a stay in a standing position. So we'll put them in a sit or stay. Third, I'm going to combine this time the hand gesture with the word stay, as well as the behavior. The basic behavior I'm looking for is don't move, no matter what's going on. And then step 4 is increase the challenge. As with all of my training, I consider it like grade levels. You want to start where you can succeed at an early level, that's kindergarten. And then you want to continually build the challenge in different environments with more distractions so that your dog understands what you're truly asking. Alright, step 1 is focus. Focus first. I've got her focused. She knows I have treats here. Again, I'm using my favorite Nulo training treats. If you notice, she just went to a down position. We previously worked down, and she's learned that that's the behavior I'm looking for. That's what gets her the treats. She went down on her own. I gave her a treat. All is good. You see, she's even staying down. She's crawling a little bit. But she knows, she's learned very rapidly on what I expect and what I don't. So focus first, use those treats, get their attention before you proceed. All right, step 2, I want to put little Bella here in either sit or down position. I find that down is the best because then it takes some more effort to get up or to fail from that position. So see there, she's in a down, her hips are nicely rocked, so she's very comfortable right here. So step 2, put them in a sit or down. Today I'm going to be using down because she's so good at it. All right, step number 3. Once you get her in the down position, I'm going to introduce her. Normally I like to teach the behavior first, but in this case, because it all kind of happens together and I'm eventually going to be walking away from her, I'm going to teach her a hand gesture, which I use the hand to the face. I'm going to say the word stay while she's in the down position. So there's the down. I'm going to treat her again, back to what I've said before. Any behavior that's desirable, any behavior you like, you want to reward, especially for puppies. All right, now that she's in a nice, relaxed down position, I'm going to proceed. So one thing to think about with stay in particular, but all training, is you have to work at the lowest level. You want your especially a puppy, treat her like a toddler. You don't want to jump into high school until you've finished, grade school. So I'm going to start very easy particularly on stay. You'll see that when I give her the command stay, I'm not going to move. The reason is I want her to succeed. So that's kindergarten. And then from there, I'm going to challenge her more and more with my motion, with my distance, with my noises. All those are distractions that could set her up to fail, but I want her to succeed at each level before we continue. So we're going to start here with the basic stay, and here we go. Bella, stay. Girl. Good girl. I should have been a little quicker with the treat there. I should have had it in my hand. But you see, more or less, I told her to stay, she didn't move, and I rewarded her. You say, well, that's not very difficult. Of course, we're in kindergarten. So as we go here, you'll see me start to move around a little bit, even stand up, and keep her in that stay. Good girl. So what she's learning here, again, she's not doing anything, so you think, well, how is she learning? She learns that this position, being relaxed, not moving, is what gets her the treats. So I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to continue to challenge her more. Watch as I start to move around a little bit. She may wrestle around a little bit herself, but my goal is that she stays in this position. Stay. Good girl. So you see there, I stood up. I'm very surprised and impressed that she did not move, because motion is a major distractor for high energy dogs. They're like, wait, where's he going? I want to go with him. Stay. See there, I'm talking now. Talking, any sound for that matter, If something slams outside or a truck pulls up, that's a sound, it's a distraction, which could cause her to fail. What I'm trying to build up here is her tolerance to just stay in that position. I'll release her at some point, but for now, stay. She's getting rewarded for staying put. And then the other aspect with this style of training is you always, once she succeeds, you want to continue to challenge her. So now that I'm standing, I'm talking, we also have the time element. I'm making her stay in this position longer. So now I'm going to add a little bit of motion and distance. So here, stay. Good girl. Good girl. Got an extreme focus. She's a little chewy on my treats here. Stay. Good girl. So there, anytime you turn your back on a dog, that's extremely, makes them extremely anxious, so they want to follow you. So that's a test in itself. If I were to turn like this, good girl. What I'm teaching her is just because my back is turned, she doesn't have to panic and chase me. So me walking away is a big deal, me turning my back, and especially me going out of sight, which we'll experiment with here in a bit. All right, another thing important for stay is to occasionally give her a break. You don't just want to keep her in position for too long, because that itself will set her up for failure, because she just gets kind of bored of sitting in that position. So I just kind of walked around a different angle here. Stay. She got up and stretched, and now she's back in her down position, which you know is so rewarding. So I'm going to just play around here, adding some new distractions. You'll see the door behind me. She knows that's like the magic door to the way out. So I'm going to touch the doorknob. I'm going to do a few things, maybe even open the door, just to challenge her a little bit more. Stay. Good girl. Good girl. It's important to reward in her down position. Don't bring her to you. You want to reward while she's there. I want to reward while she's down. If she makes any motion to come toward me, she's failed. So I want to correct her gently and then reset her for success. Stay. Good girl. So the handle is a huge distraction for him. She didn't move, so we're going to keep going. Stay. Good girl. Good girl. Stay. So that was interesting there. You see there that I took a little longer time aspect to challenge her a little more. I actually kind of stepped out of the door with my back turned. All those are more and more challenging for her. And then we had the extra bonus of the little alarm going off and then self-locking. Didn't expect that. There's a little sound, a little extra challenge. And there she did get up, but because I didn't give her a stay, to me she didn't fail. She's just taking a little break. I'm going to acknowledge that. Alright, so Bella decided she wanted a little play break, so I'm going to allow that. Very important with training. So training should always be like a game. The more fun it is for the pup, the more likely you'll get success from them. If it becomes work, or if I become too bossy in my tone, she's not going to enjoy it, and she's not going to do as well. So I'm giving her a little break here, a little wrestling, and then we'll reset, and then I'll try from a different angle. So in our final little piece here, I'm going to, you see there she's waiting. She's like, what do you want from me? Down. Down. I got her back to the down. I'm going to do one more round of challenges. I'm going to walk into the kitchen area here just to get a little distance. Just walking on the hardwood floor will matter, but we'll see how she does. Bella. See, there's no focus. Focus first. Bella. Okay, down. 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 So she should know down by now, so I'm going to wait on her to go to that position. All right, I'm going to give her the stay, and we're going to resume here. Stay. Bella, stay. if you notice, she didn't quite do the hip rock that time. She's in kind of a ready down position. So that gives me a little concern. She may jump up and follow me. So I didn't want to go too far. If I just completely take off walking, she's going to fail. I want to push her to the point of failure, but not allow her to fail, if at all possible. Again, I'm showing her that no matter what I'm doing here, if I'm talking, if I'm touching the door, stay. She needs to stay in that position. Now she does have the hip rock. Good girl. Don't know if you can see it on the video, but when I did shake her crate, her head tilted. So in other words, she's like, wait, should I go over there or should I stay in this position? She made the conscious choice to stay, so she gets a treat. Bella, stay. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, it's a good girl. All right, so that concludes our first day of stay training. You see there I was able to advance pretty well, including stepping to the door and walking around the room. There's 4 steps to teaching stay. First is focus. Second is putting them in a sit or down position. I like to use down because it's least likely that they'll get up and follow you. Third is teaching the hand gesture as well as the cue or the word for the behavior that you desire. And then fourth is continually add challenges. And speaking of challenges, this is just day 1. From here, we could potentially go outside to add increased distractions for her, or add other dogs, or add a different environment that we can challenge her to continue her stay success. All right, so that wraps up Puppy Basics number 4, the stay command. Again, Bella did a great job. She's a great student already. We look forward to many more exciting training days with her. But stay command is essential. Essential to keep your dogs focused and keep them calm no matter what's going on around them. And if you enjoyed the video, I encourage you to subscribe. Make sure you're able to get our future videos. But be sure to share it with your friends and hopefully they'll get something out of it. Stay tuned for more and we'll see you then.